Hey guys, what's going on? F5 here, and welcome back to Magicraft. Since we last left off, we did about 3 or 4 runs last stream. We did about 3 that were successful, and 1 that had failed, but I intend to post those runs regardless, whether they succeed or fail. But yeah, let's just get into things and see what happens, because we got quite a bit to do, and a lot of chaos to get into. I'm probably gonna do this in my free time here and there when I am very busy with things, but I hope you guys enjoy this all the same. So let's just get into things and see what happens. Oh, hello. Seems like things are sparking off quite well. Wow, I never expected there to be such large open space here. It's a great spot. Perfect for building a training ground. Back in the day, I was a renowned trainer. Let me give you all some proper lessons. The training ground looks good, but I don't need any lessons. I'm not as weak as I look. How about you, Vivian? You seem pretty fragile. After my devilish training, you'll be bulging with muscles. Well... Oh, look, the hero's back. Hey, my lifesaver. Come on, I'll show you around the training ground I built. Let's go and see what's going on. So, I never did elaborate onto what it does, but this area basically allows you to, you know, practice. If you want to get stuff done here, this is probably the best place to go. But, you can basically take anything that you've learned thus far, and you can pair it up to make something absurdly ridiculous, especially with all the wands that you get here. We've barely touched on this, to be fair. And yeah, there's a few relics that we haven't touched or gotten, so that'll be fun to discover. But the summoner has the advantage of summoning about 5 of these pops, as they're called. They will do a burst of damage, so they make for great allies in the midst of things. And I think it's actually one of my more favorite classes among the list, solely because of this thing. The Druid's Horn allows you to deal a percentage of your max HP to enemies within 3 meters. So if you have an absurd health pool, this could do some ridiculous damage. Especially if you add in damage multipliers on top of that. It also heals allies within 3 meters by 5% of your max HP per second, so you basically become a summoner conduit for everybody. But I digress. The passage is more like a trap waiting to spring. Better watch your back. Are you looking out for me? I'd be looking out for you, idiot. I'm just worried you'll attract monsters here and make things worse. Okay.
The Pilgrim's Passage. It's no mere passage. It's a twisted gateway leading to the realm of the ancient god. Those seekers of power unlocked this pathway, dubbing themselves pilgrims, but only brought calamity upon us.
Okay.
Hero, get enough rest?
Yeah, good enough. At least you care, Vivian.
When we first met, you had the worst dark circles I've ever seen.
Yeah, I was grinding dungeons before I got dragged into this world.
There's another world? There's another word I don't get. Whatever it means, just rest more, okay?
Alright, let's begin. We're going to go into Nightmare difficulty almost immediately, and yeah, we're just going to go from there. Alright, before we do begin, let's go talk with, her.
Hero, the monsters in the forest have gone all mad. What exactly is happening? Did you defeat the Demon King?
Yeah, I did. Just try not to brag.
No wonder. This is huge. The world can finally return to how it used to be. But
Now these monsters have gone crazy, and they're even harder to deal with than before. Better be careful, hero. Naturally. Because of our upgrades, we get an additional 3 points where we can disable certain things that we don't want. For us, let's see, what do I want to disable, if anything? I don't really like Parasite. We shouldn't need Rebound for anything here. We shouldn't need Hover. I'm going to stop that. And let's get rid of... Do I want Accelerator this run? Probably not. We're going to focus more on summoning after all, so... Yeah, let's go with this. Oh boy, we've got a fun little wand. We're going to actually put that on. This will just make our summoning a bit more automatic. It's just a convenient little tool. We don't necessarily have to use it, but might as well use it while we can. Ow. 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 Alright, I'm taking stupid damage. Gotta be a bit more careful. Ow. Not being careful. Okay, we're actually gonna go for the Dusty Treasure. This is gonna allow us to get a Guardian Sprite. I thought I could level this up, unfortunately, but that's fine. I'll just grab the max HP, that, and then we can get these. I think we want the range boost, and we'll go with Split, to see if I can't get the Split off on these guys. See if that helps a little bit. Don't know if it will, but, you know, we'll try. Oh, we got Orbit. Okay, so Orbit's actually going to be pretty good for us, now I think about it. We can remove all curses, but we'll remove all shield and set HP to 1, which is a bit of a bummer. I'm actually going to take off the Wand Spirit for now, and we actually want to do Orbit into Split. This way, the pops specifically will orbit around us, and they'll split off when when they do end up dying, I believe. Okay, we can't cast for 5 seconds every time we go into a battle, but that's fine. But if we do this, we will get some pops that are going to just do this ridiculous stuff here. There we go. Oh, Fusion Summon. Perfect. So this is actually a very good tool. We actually got really lucky here. I'm going to grab this, and do we want this? No, we should probably get the Frost Crystal, but we are actually going to swap the Split and the Orbit out for Fusion Summon. This will allow us to merge these two into a stronger version of a summon, which will make things a whole lot easier for us in the long term, so why not grab it while we can? There we go. There we go. Those merge, and our summons are starting to shoot 2. Those merge into 3. And yeah, overall, if we can solve our mana issues, we should be fine. So let's see. This has 70, or 70 mana, and mana regen of 11, but it does have a lower cast interval compared to our current wands. Guess I could use the wooden stick. The scatter doesn't really matter much because we're summoning. What would be better? This has the added effect of inflicting freeze, poison, or slow. The only difference is obviously cast interval and cooldown. I think I'm gonna sack the MP in favor of getting more slots and the added effect of not needing a frost crystal. We will then do this and add in, I guess, spell effect radius? I think I want to actually not do... Well, I can still do orbit, I just can't do the other. Here we go. And these guys will just circle around me. And technically they're within my Druid Horde radius, so they'll be fine. Here we go. Now if I can resolve my mana issues of summoning, then I should be fine to quite literally spam these guys and they'll do ridiculous things like this. That'll be fun. Of course, mana is always going to be an issue, but I digress. But I can now use the Wand Spear on this. I just need to figure out what I'm going to add to the Staff of Conjuring. That's really all it comes down to, huh? Let's just wait. There we go. Took a little bit, but we managed to do it in the end. There we go. Pop this open, we get ourselves some extra mana, and... well, we get extra mana regen, which is actually going to help us quite a bit. Okay, I'm going to need to run it here just a little bit. Here we go. Okay, we've got the choice between a Meteor, Capacity Expansion Stone, or Resonance Rune. I'm actually going to grab the Resonance Rune. Yeah, I think I should get the Resonance Rune and the Meteor. Yes, it seems like an odd choice, because indiscriminate damage can be very scary, but I think with this build, it's probably going to be for the best. Keep in mind, indiscriminate damage can be dangerous, so be careful when you're using it. So, yeah, just do be careful with your wand if you're going to be using it. It will hurt you quite a bit. But thankfully, as long as I stay away from the enemies, for the most part, I will be fine. And this build's already starting to get a bit ridiculous, if interesting. We're gonna go with Magnifying Glass to increase the area of effect of our, oh, I think I nearly took damage there. Oh well. grab ourselves another relic to add to the list. If I drop the split, I should be fine. Lose the split, get more out of it. So there you go. There we go. Okay, we've got Tree Shoulder Guard, Healing Belt, and Wind Listening Ear. We're going to go with the Tree Shoulder Guard. This is just going to give us constant shield boosts, which will help us. We'll grab another Curse, which makes us a little slower, but we do get a Spell Knockback, which will help us knock enemies away. So that will be good to repel enemies, at the very least. We'll get another Relic, or try to. There we go. Quickly go grab this, and let's see. We can increase the crit rate, increase damage, or get some max HP and max MP. I'm gonna go with the Beast Fangs. Just getting our damage increase is always good. Especially early on. It's not going to be a lot from the pops, but for each each bullet they shoot out, that's an extra 20% more, so... Normally they do 6, so 2 extra damage will help end scale. Okay, we've got the Tree Spirit Pendant, but we can only shoot in 4 diagonal directions. And there's a 50% chance of taking 1 damage when picking up coins or diamonds. But we do get the Stagnant Droplet, which slow down most enemy projectiles within a certain radius. We are actually going to grab these 2. May seem like an odd choice to think about, but we are actually going to use the Purification Potion for this. This will allow us to get rid of all of our curses, but we also regen our HP up to the Tree Spirit Pendant. This is just a convenient tool for us, and it will make our lives a little easier. So once we hit once we hit 30 HP, we will continue on. All right, let's go. So as long as we are careful about it, we should be fine. And the area of effect that will help slow down projectiles is just going to be a good addition. And while it won't slow down the projectiles from our summons, it will certainly slow down projectiles from every enemy that comes our way. Or tries to cause us harm anyways. So a convenient tool to say the least. And we also get the Prospector Goblet, which is nice. Gives us an additional 5% of our current coins up to 10. So, at minimum, we're getting 10 coins every time we enter a new room. It seems. So, I guess with a 100 coins, that gets us 5 coins. So, 200 coins gets us 10, I would wager. So far, we haven't really received anything from these, so it's fine. Whatever. Let's go deal with the Spider Egg now. And because of how things are going with our little radius here, we actually don't really need to move much to avoid hits. But yeah, we should be able to get a Scarlet Room rather easily with this. There we go. Grab what we can here. And let's see, what do we get? We've got the Book of Tranquility and the Magic Conductor. So long as I'm standing, I suffer no recoil, and it charges 20 energy for every second stood still. So if I'm willing to stand still, I can technically make this a ridiculous book. I'm going to grab this, but not for the reasons you're thinking of. This could actually be good for secondary casts, if I can find the right slots for it. So for this, I'm going to grab the Blood Key. This just guarantees ourselves the Scarlet Runes. I don't normally grab the Silver Compass personally, but I do grab the Silver Key a lot, so we'll grab that, and that'll be our setup for now. We can't really grab the Silver Compass after the fact, but getting access to all chests and doors just saves you from needing to fish for keys. At least that's how I see it. The sooner you get it, the better it's going to be. Alright. And I guess we'll stick... Oh, didn't mean to do that. So I want to stick the Resonance Rune on the Book of Tranquility, so that when I do start using it, it will be quite useful. At the very least, this area of effect that's stopping bullets is going to save my life more often than not. I will say this, if we do happen upon Merlin's beard, that is probably going to be a very favorable tool for us going through this run. It's actually probably going to be one of my favorite tools, I'd say. Because that will allow us to have more summons and make things... Oh god, what the hell? It'll make things more fun and ridiculous. Yeah, that shot me over to the area, which is ridiculous. We're gonna go with Merlin's hat. This is just gonna give us more MP to work with. I think this is gonna be our best thing that we're gonna grab. Just makes things a whole lot better. And it'll allow us to summon more units sooner. Pop this open. There we go. Now we can open this, and we'll have to see what we get. Ah, it's one of these. Okay. Oh, this way, down, down, nope. There we go, got it. We get the Evil Slayer Sword Plus. Interesting. Now, I could do this, theoretically. And I could technically do this, this, and do this as well, just to get all of them frosty. They will circle around me so long as I stay still, and that way I can do this and have myself a Evil Slayer sword build for my main attack, which would give me a bit more area of effect to work with, if you will. Ow. Ow. Okay, yeah, no, the missiles are working against me. Oh god. Ah. Okay, I'm getting really hurt now. I might need to change up the build slightly for this wand here. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna... Nope, didn't mean to do that. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this off, because good golly did we take a lot of damage. We're actually gonna probably stick with the split here. That's probably gonna save our lives. Well, it won't save our lives, but it'll at least make the attack more interesting. As for this, we're going to go with the magnifying glass again. This will give us even more radius to work with. Okay, let's see. What do we get? Boomerang Blade, Rockin' Ball, or Indomitability. Let's go with the... Let's go with the Boomerang Blade. And we'll get the Indomitability perk for the future. I think that'll be the smart choice. So we're going to grab the Boomerang Blade, we'll put it there. That's going to be a little bit safer for us, I think. And of course we get curses. Lovely. Well, we'll take them all. And we got really lucky. We get a whole bunch of relic stuff. Okay, we can randomly upgrade a relic twice. There we go. We randomly upgraded Magnifying Glass to be way larger, and we got an increase to our damage output. So that'd be nice. So now, our wings are going to be even more ridiculous. Okay. Let's see, do we want more spells? I'm going to say we go for more spells, considering we don't need more coins. Enemies take way less damage, but that's honestly not a huge ordeal for me, I think. Not by much, anyways. Oh god. Alright, well there you go. Ooh, goody. Core of Flame. That's going to be a very powerful tool for us. We're going to grab that. And we don't really need this penetration as much, but it's still fine to have. We're going to put the Core of Flame into our combination here. This is going to allow us to deal 100% more damage with Evil Slayer Sword. Our scatter is still going to be ridiculous as expected. But we will be able to also deal additional amount of damage equal to 5% of the hit target's max HP per second for 3 seconds. But it's 0.3% for bosses specifically, so there is a core limit. There we go. Got a whole bunch of stuff there. We get a new spell. I'm gonna go with the Resonance Rune Plus. And we got a choice between Fire Dragon Breath or Meteor. I'm gonna go with Meteor, so that way we can get 3 Meteors soon. If only to combine them together when we get to an anvil and turn them into something better. We're gonna go for more spells at this point as well. I'm probably gonna ditch the split here, convert this to this. Ow. There we go. Get a few new spells. We're probably gonna go with... I guess I could do Butterfly. Yeah. Yeah, there's no reason for me to get the other two, so I'll just get the Slime Crystal and Butterfly. If only to do the... If only to do something fun here. We don't need to do it, but we can. So I'll do this, and I can also do this, so that way the Resonance Rune triggers, and then we get some more area effects going on. Which will make it more interesting. Do we go for Relic or HP? I'm going to go with HP, because we have enough relics, at least. For now. And with it, yeah, no, with all of our casting, we should be fine. Hey, that was easy. Grab some extra HP, this will just bolster us up a little bit. Not by much, but it'll be enough. I think we can go to a shop now. Okay, it doesn't look like we got much in the way of anything special here, but that's fine. We can grab ourselves a broom, which will allow us to fly with the wand, so that's probably going to be better for us. And I think what we'll do is we'll do this. So that way we can fly. We'll get these equipped here. There we go. That way the Wand Spirit will launch boomerang blades. That's slow. Well, actually, we don't need to slow on this, then. We just need to have this going. We should probably grab the multi-shot. This will basically double down on our Evil Slayer sword. Yes, it does mean it costs a little bit more, but it does double the damage, so it works out. Do we want another slow crystal? Not really. But we would want extra damage, so we're going to grab the spell damage here. We don't need keys at the moment, so we can avoid that for now. We don't need any of those. Don't need that. Don't need that. Although the explosion would be interesting. And that's basically all we can do for a reroll. I'm going to avoid purchasing more, but we will definitely put that there. We'll put the Resonance Rune here, so every time we cast, we'll get more chances to summon a Boomerang Blade. Not that we need to, but the 20% chance to trigger it automatically is never a bad thing. And for this, we can technically do slow, although we are better off keeping the Core Flame because that'll deal damage. Serious amounts of damage, no less. Beyond that, I think that's the best we're going to get with this build, so there you go. At least for now. Okay. One moment. Alright, thankfully that wasn't too pressing of an issue. Give me a moment. We can get Temporary Shield or Hexagonal Die. I'm going to go with the Beast Fangs. That's just going to increase our damage output. And once I quickly just check these... Oh, Invincibility. Invincibility, rather. That's going to be good. I'll quickly swap over to Meteor here, so that we can pop this open to get a key. And I'm going to take a small... 1 or 2 minutes, and I will be back with you shortly. See you guys in a bit. Alrighty, I am good to go now. Let's see. Okay. So far, it's looking good. Alright. Let's do this. Okay, so the damage output's looking nice, at the very least. Nice, okay. Grab the coins, grab the earnings, there we go. We will need to find a way to get rid of our curses, but that is honestly a small issue. We got ourselves a Casket of Souls, that's going to be helpful for when we take damage. Well, upon killing an enemy, actually. Which we do quite well, I would argue. Here we go, easy peasy. Okay, we've got the Hunter Talisman, Healing Belt, or Wand Lens. The Hunter Talisman basically extends your head upward, and it gives you a wider POV of the room. It's good if you need the POV, but it's not good if you keep leveling it up. So it's one of the relics that I'm not really enthused to grab. We could grab the Healing Belt to solve some of our issues with our health. Or we could get the knockback. I'm going to go with the Healing Belt because that'll help in the long run, so... Grab this. Ooh, the Seed of Greed. That's going to give us a boost of HP, which we do kind of need. Because this wand allows us to fly, we don't actually have to worry about some of the effects that are going on here. We want that to be blue. We want that to be red. We want that to be yellow. And then we want this to be blue. So just carefully. There we go. Done. We get Pen 2. Not exactly ideal for what we're trying to do, but whatever. It's fine. Evil Slayer Sword already pens through enemies, so the only thing that really benefits is the Boomerang Blade, so we'll just give that to that. It'll pen through 8 enemies. Not that it's needed, but might as well have it, right? Alright, off we go. And keep in mind, this is reduced amount of damage, to be fair. There we go. Grab this. And we've got Forced Cooldown, Venom Crystals, or Indomitability. I'm going to grab the Indomitability. And I guess I don't really need the Forced Cooldown. But I also don't need the Venom Crystal. I'll take the Venom Crystal, though. I'm sure it'll be handy somewhere. Here we go. We can deduct 30% of our current HP to get a corresponding amount of coins. It won't be much, though, is the thing. So we're not going to. Okay, there we go. We'll grab this. That's another Resonance Rune that will help us in the long run. And we can get a Magic Reservoir or MP regen. I'm going to go with the... For the long term, the Tranquil Bloom carries harder, but the Magic Reservoir holds more mana. So it's a choice between having a larger reserve or a faster recovery rate. I'm going to go long term and go faster recovery rate. That just helps regen in general. That's probably in our best interest. Alright. Now, I will be using the Sacrificial Potion here. This will just give us a bunch of coins. Won't necessarily matter whether we take damage or not in this, so it's going to be fine. But I will save the Invisibility Potion for when we reach a certain point. Okay, recover our mana. Okay. There we go, easy peasy. Grab some healing for our Seed of Greed, which is nearly at full capacity, which will give us a bolster of HP. Restless Fae would probably be ideal, because when not holding the wand, MP regeneration is nearly doubled. I could go with Excalibur, but we don't really need a wand that blocks most enemy spells it touches. So yeah, we're gonna rock Restless Fae. This is probably gonna replace this, I guess. Alternatively, we can have it replace this, which might be better, but I think I'm actually gonna want it here, because that way it'll counteract the MP regen negative from the Wand Spirit to some extent. It just makes it a little bit better. And we can also throw in the Venom Crystal to make it even better, so we'll swap the... Well, we don't need the Resident Room Plus there. But that's probably going to be better for us long-term. That's what I'm thinking anyways. We'll double down on this, just so we've got it. And we should be good. I'll throw this here, here. There we go. Done. And then we've got a whole slew of items here, which we can't really get this, which is a very special relic, which I'm hoping to get eventually, but that is unfortunately not a luxury we are capable of right now. Normal levels have one floor, or we can get with increased wand slots. I'm gonna go with the Explorer hat. This will just give us more rooms to explore long term, so it'll help us get through to the Ancient Throne better. Or at the very least, it will prep us more in the battle to come, at very least. Okay, we are going to want to go into more spells. That's just going to make it a whole lot easier for us. Okay. So far, our build is okay, but I wouldn't say it's peak for what we're trying to do here. We might need to do some more finagling to get the best results at this point. We're gonna need to get some Magic Reservoir here. I should probably also get another Orbit spell. That should help us a little bit. When we do eventually upgrade from the Book of Tranquility anyways. Oh boy, here we go. This should be an interesting one. Because we have the sword, we're actually going to make it way easier on us. And actually, because of the barrier that we have, we don't actually have to worry too much. Because it will be just slowed to not being able to hit us. That's just how powerful the stagnant droplet is for projectiles, specifically. Especially if you have the AoE associated with it. The Skull of Cthulhu is a good tool to have. It's slightly better than the pops that we've been summoning, but not by much. I guess we could swap to the Skull of Cthulhu. It'd be better than the pops that we get. And technically we could summon twice and combine them into two. But at that point it'd be kind of pointless because they don't actually follow the proper procedure here. We're better off just summoning... We'd have to manually summon them to make it better, but I digress. We'll get another relic. There we go. Bada boom. Grab this. We get the choice between spell penetrates walls, improved invisibilities, or relic options. I'm going to increase our relic option choice. That's just going to help in the long run. We can get some extra curses if we so desire. If we can find a way to remove our current curses, I will definitely go with that. But for now, no. Okay, speaking of curses and their removal, I guess we do have that option. Yeah, we seriously need ways to increase our... Oh. Yeah, no, we need more HP. Or at the very least, a way to get a ridiculous amount of shields. Alright, let's get some curses. Why not? We managed to get the Seed of Greed upgraded, and we've actually got Tree Robe, which will restore our health a little bit, so that's good. And if we were to use this again, we would die. Thankfully, we can't overdo it, so that's good. Okay. So far, so good. Grab this. We've got the choice between Hunter Talisman, 4-Leaf Clover, Merlin Boots, or Endless Elixir. Well, the Endless Elixir is a stable choice. This is going to allow us to spam more potions, which in turn will give us more HP and mana via the healing belt. So it just chains. So that'll be a good choice. Okay. Grab some more HP. Nice. We are only, we've got the reduced max MP and enemies have regen. Okay. That's not that bad. Oh, we got the duplicate potion. That's perfect. So when we do come across a room that gives us a ridiculous amount of boons, that's actually going to be really good for us. I'm actually going to put the magical reservoir there as well, just so we have more MP with our witch broomstick. That's going to help us long run. There we go. I got a choice, so I can either go for more HP or go for another relic. I'm going to go for another relic. Relics are always nice. Okay. Grab some healing while we're at it. Okay, we've got the choice between Merlin's Boots, Elven Ears, Treant Robe, or Soulbone Armor. The Soulbone Armor would basically give us some more shielding. Not technically shielding here, but it would still help. Given we have the Soulbone Casket, I think we can get away with the Soulbone Armor. Although the Merlin Boots would equally be just as good. I think we'll go with the Soulbone Armor. This will just help us in the long run, I think. Well, it'll help us survive, is what I'm trying to say. Coins, not necessarily required. We could go into here to forge some stuff. Might as well. Let's mix it up. We currently don't have the relic that gives us the damage for coins, so why not, right? Okay, we can try and risk it for the biscuit and get rid of a multi-shot, but I don't think that's the right choice. Let's gamble away the meteors at this point. We can use the Mimicry Cube. That'll help get us more area of effect with our swords if we so desire. I guess the Autonomous Grimoire could help here. If we swap it like this, then we can actually have books that actually summon these guys here. Which technically doubles down if we do it right. And that'll just summon even more to our roster here. And then if we leave it at that, then these guys will summon even more while we're moving around. And that'll just make it even more ridiculous. So there you go. We'll gamble away the Frost Crystal for something. More damage. I don't need the pen, so I guess we gamble that away. Do we need a Chain Lightning? Not really. We could use the Thunderstorm, though. The area of effect goes hard, and I guess we'll gamble away the... Do we really need the Venom Crystal? Not really. I'll gamble away the Venom Crystal. Okay, Here we go, we got one. We can combine that to get Indomitability plus. That's going to help a lot better. Use. We don't really need that. So, there you go. That'll have to be our build for now. It's not ideal, it's not perfect, but it will do perfectly. Alright, as for where we go next, we're just going to get some more coins, I guess. Problem is the cost here. I think this can work, it's just a bit too costly is the problem. When the cost lightens up, then I will definitely consider it, but for now, it's just not sustainable, really. As much as I want to say it is, it's just not. I need something like the Restless Fae to make it work, so instead, let's revamp our build somewhat. So it's very clear this build isn't gonna cut it, so let's actually remodel it a little bit. Got that. Alrighty. So we want the Restless Fae to carry these guys. So we're gonna put the book here. We will then follow up with... Where is it? We will have the pops here being summoned. We want them to circle around. That's perfectly fine. To make it a bit more interesting, we should definitely split them up. This way they will effectively... So when the... When the Autonomous Grimoire completes its spell, then the pops will split into 3 individuals, which will deal 33% damage per pop. And technically we can double down here, and we can have them split into 6, dealing 33% damage accordingly. This means that the pops will split accordingly, and we should follow the rule of thumb with the fusion summon, and that way they will combine together, giving them 100% of their attributes. So when the Autonomous Grimoire summons the pops, they will do a ridiculous amount of well, it's better to show you. Assuming I can actually fund the cost is the thing. Yeah, no, the cost is the only thing, huh? So, as much as I'd like to split them right now, that isn't the play. So we just combine them accordingly. And they'll do their summon shenanigans. But anyways, we do that. We have them swim around. Okay, so Wand Spirit will get Indomitability, so that way they can outlast any damage that the enemies throw their way. We don't need the Resonance Runes here for this occasion. We could do the damage boost, but we don't really need to do that. Although, it may not hurt to do it, so we'll have that there. So long as I'm not holding this wand, MP regeneration is going to be 180%. Technically, I could also use the Resonance Rune to trigger it, which would equally do the same thing, but it just comes down to whether I want to do it that way or not. You don't technically need to do it that way, but it is an option. If I were to do this, it would actually be arguably cheaper to get it done. And the summons would come out almost instantaneously. And I guess what we can do here instead is have a Wand Spirit here, so that way we can have the Skull of Cthulhu running amok. And we'll have him... I guess I will throw down Orbit as well. So that way, if I do summon him, he begins to circle around me like that as well. So that way we've got multiple summons just circling around us as a protective barrier of sorts. We don't really need the damage boost, really. Well, here's what I could do. I could take that. We don't need the Evil Sword Slayer circling around us. But we could give it a range boost to make it even larger, which is probably for the best. The damage is less concerning as it is more the AoE that we got. From there, I guess technically Thunderstorm is the way to go, right? So as long as I stand still... Well, oh right, the Wand Spear is the one that triggers it now. That's actually a bit of a problem. So we can't really rely on this anymore as much. So we should probably go with a cheaper option, which is the Butterfly. Oh, there we go. We'll throw down a pen on it. We'll give it the split function. And we'll actually double down on the split function here. Yes, it'll make the butterflies cost more, but I think that's just for the best. Alright, there we go. A weird build of sorts, but a build of our own making. There we go. But yeah, with this, with the books doing their thing, it'll make things just perfect. There we go. Easy peasy. Alright, our build's looking a bit more, good, at the very least. Oh, didn't mean to do that. We will go with the Evil Slayer Sword Plus and the Orbit Plus. This will just make the orbiting of our summons here just better. At the very least, it'll give us a higher duration of orbits. And make the summons all the better. That said, they're going to be faster. Way faster than orbiting. Whether that's a good thing or not, I have no idea. But, we'll make it work. Alright, now, we don't really need to process anything here. The most we do is, like, combine some things, but even then, that's not gonna really work in our favor. Okay. Here we go. That'll be better. Now we've got rid of we've cleared all of our curses. We'll grab the resonance rune so that way we can combine it later. Do we need duets? Not really. So I'll just grab the Shadow Serpent as a placeholder. Alright, off to the shortcut. This will just make our life 100 times easier. Or at least give us plenty of loot to work with. There we go. God, it's distracting. Obviously we want to go for the trained shoulder guards. This is just going to give us extra hit points, which will make our life 100 times easier. We'll grab Thundersworn so we can combine it. We'll grab Frost Crystal for the extra boost, but I don't think we'll need it. Although we can actually put it in the butterfly section, so that way we can actually get some extra butterflies. I should not have picked up those coins because I keep forgetting I have that duplicate potion. Ah well. The loot wasn't really fantastic here, so we'll be fine. Can I duplicate anything in here, though? Yes, I can. So this will be the point where I duplicate everything. Alright. Alright, so, yeah, no, there was a curse down there. Okay, I guess I'll double my key count here. Grab this. Removes all curses if 5 different curses are present. That means if I remove 1 curse, I can get all 5 curses removed. There we go. So, specifically how the Tears of the Goddess work is if you have 5 curses in your possession, specifically 5, you can remove all of them. So, I can now remove them all without too much issue. However, I can't do that if, well, if there is more or less than 5 curses. So it's a very specific instance on which I can remove them. Alas. Let's grab some more HP boosts. Just going to make our life a little easier. We did manage to get our hands on the Tree Spear Pendant upgrade. So that's going to mean that if we do end up getting to low health, as long as we have, at minimum 1 HP, we'll be brought back to 50%, which is better than nothing. So I suppose if I wanted to, I could go down to 50 HP or less and regenerate my HP completely, making our life 100 times easier, so... Probably what we're going to do. I'm thinking of. Anyways. We have unlocked the Melee Mage set, though, so that's good. That is a fun build that you can benefit from. We'll get to see that soon, I'm sure. Okay, we'll grab this. Okay, we've got a choice between Soul Bone Armor or Beast Fangs. I'm gonna go Beast Fangs just to increase our output. We still don't have the Prospector Pickaxe, which makes our coins our damage, so it's just not... This build is slowly pushing its way forward, but not by enough, I don't think. We need something more to push it over the edge. Otherwise, I don't think we're going to be getting anywhere farther. Ah well, we're doing well for what we're doing, so it's all good. Okay, we do need the Soulbone Crown. This is going to help us get the completion set for the well, Soulbone set, I do believe. So getting it there is going to be helpful. All right, let's go deal with the third boss, the Indescribable. Let's down the potion here. Thankfully, with the potion here, I can attack as well, so that's good. So I don't need to worry too much about being invisible here. But yeah, we're gonna need to summon some things. You kind of rushed to make that choice there. Okay. All right, here comes the swarm even further here. Ow. The good thing I don't need to worry about damage. Or at the very least, worry about missing out on the Crimson Ring, I should say. Alright. We get a Chaos Core, a bunch of the Ancient Blood, which is exactly what we need. And we got two choices. We got the Star Marrow or the Eternal Throne. We can either charge a ridiculous amount for every second stood still, or we can get all secondary slots on the wand have 40... Oh, okay. All secondary slots on this wand have a 40% charge efficiency. The wand charges 1 energy for every spell cast. So if I can cast a lot of spells, this would be really good. I think I want the Eternal Throne here. This is going to increase, of course, the MP cost. But every second stood still, this really does shoot out everything to a ridiculous degree. So yeah, we're gonna nail this with the summon here. So as long as I stand still... Oh. Right, keep forgetting. Wand Spirit. So I think in this instance, we actually want to take off the Wand Spirit here, and then we want the Resonance Rune here. And if we do that, and pair this here... Yeah, there we go. So what this does is anytime we stop moving, we can basically just generate a whole bunch of butterflies. Technically, we can also do this. But, naturally, it has its own quirks. But, that said, it would produce a whole bunch of thunderstorms. So as long as we stand still, our build will be, somewhat contained. Now, I could do the stupid thing and, just regen everything completely. I'm not going to do it this run. We're a bit too far into the run, and I think this build can carry us to the end. So we're not going to do that, but I will grab the Wand Charm. We won't grab the Merchant Bauble, though. So we're going to rock with this, I think. I could do this, though. Nah. I much prefer this or the butterfly method. Although combining the butterfly method with something akin to Thunderstorm would actually be pretty dope. I think I'd need Duet for that, though, if I wanted to do something ridiculous of that nature. But it would be something that you could do, I suppose. Alright. I think we might have the idea, then. We just need to get duets at some point. Do we want to grab HP? Nah. Let's go for spells. Normally I would grab HP, but we'll be fine. Okay. Another pop wouldn't hurt. That will help with combination shenanigans. We'll get Indomitability. E and Shield never hurts. Okay, we've got a choice between Process and Money. We're gonna go Process. Okay, there we go. Let's see. If we stick with the butterfly method, I think we can do some serious cool stuff. We'll combine this. This is going to give us Thunderstorm Plus. If we do Resonance Rune here, that's going to make it even better. Let's take the damage boost off this. So that way we can do this, and have the Restless Fae set up here. Okay, so the regen is slower with the Wand Spirit, actually. So we actually don't want to have the Wand Spirit on, ideally. So yeah, no, the Wand Spirit is actually a detriment for us. Which is weird to think about, but hilarious as well. Okay, but yes, Butterfly is fine. We don't really need Boomerang Blade for what we're doing then. Butterfly's nice, but we don't need Precise Shot then. We've got an upgraded Pop now. That's going to give us even more ridiculous stuff. Let's get rid of the Shadow Serpent then. There we go, we've got upgraded Butterflies, so we've got our potential setup going. For now, though, we'll just stick with Butterflies here, which will hone in on targets. But if we can get the Duets, that's actually going to make this even more ridiculous. I'm going to get rid of the Orbit function here. I am actually going to keep the Chain Lightning. This will actually help us in the long run. Because that's going to make some ridiculous amounts of electricity, as you can see. And let's get rid of that. Echo. When the spell on the left hits an enemy, cast a spell on the right at mana cost of 80% with short of an interval. Because we don't need to worry about this, we can actually do this, and it should be fine. See? It won't necessarily solve our problems, though, but, it is the closest thing that we're going to get. I guess we'll recycle Indomitability here until we can get something better. Well, damage boost is nice. We'll grab that. Upgrade. And I guess we can get rid of Wand Spirit at this point, because we don't really need it. We at most get the charge mode, which is not what we want. Alright, that's going to be our build then. At least the upgraded version of the build now. There we go. Well, we're doing something right, I guess. And to think this is just a butterfly build. But yeah, you can see how ridiculous this is getting now. Oh boy. I think we haven't reached the end. God. Alright, well, let's pop this open, see what we get. Even more curses, lovely. Grab that, grab this, pop that open, double the keys, lovely. Alright, we can double keys now. This will give us 52 keys, not that we need it, but it is there if we want it. Alright, we're gonna go for more HP. This will just increase our survivability. I think we'll be fine. Okay, let's see. What curses do we have? We have a -2 inventory slots. Enemy movement is boosted by 20%. We reduce all damage dealt by 10. We increase all damage by 20% when at full HP, and -30 when below full HP. We decrease HP by 4 each time a potion is used. We've got a reversed spell recoil. And we've got traps deal 100% extra damage. So, we should actually be hitting behind us for some reason. But I guess because of how our scatter is working, it's actually counteracting to some extent. I'm not sure. Or it might be the duet, actually, that's doing it. Yeah, no, because we have multi-shot, it's actually just circling similarly. Okay, that's kind of funny. No matter, no matter. Alright, more HP. Okay, we want to go into the relics here. There we go. Because of how our summons are situated, we're basically good. Okay, we've got a choice between Prospect... Oh, well... We need Prospector Pickaxe for extra damage. 222 specifically. That is just gonna triple our damage output, which is... non-negotiable, really. We'll go HP boost here. Yeah, we'll just house it here for now. Oh, whoops. I accidentally clicked my stream. It's all good, though. We're making some fun stuff. There we go. Easy peasy. Grab ourselves the extra HP. Anything around here worth grabbing? Not really. Alright, more relics. Gotta get as many relics as we can. That's for dang sure. Alright, there we go. Let's see. We can get more shield, which I think is the realistic option. Yeah, let's get more shield. Let's build upon the tankiness that we've gotten thus far. And I can sack some HP in favor of just getting another one removed. That's probably for the best. We should be able to heal that amount of damage that we've suffered, but who knows. Ow. Ow. Nice try. And our summons will do the majority here. There we go. Yeah, so our summons are really carrying this, really. Plus Autonomous Grimoire, really a good tool. And we could do Condensed Water Bubble instead, which is actually going to be really ridiculous if we do it right. So if instead we do this and take out this, which is only doing 44 compared to the 170 this will do, this is going to deal 679 damage every time the butterfly hits something. So assuming it does hits, a condensed water bubble will fill and hit the target if we... Oh, this doesn't have the mana to cast though. I mean, I guess we could try it to see how it works, but I don't think it's actually going to be able to cast. Yeah, no, this cast... Well, actually, no, it wouldn't. This would, though, which is weird to think about. Okay, let's go get some more targets then, I guess? Go for HP, just to increase our amount. Oh, God. So yeah, now it is working. So yeah. This is basically splitting into 6 is what is basically going on here, which is ridiculous to think about. So as long as the enemy gets hits, it's going to do a ridiculous amount. Pop this open for some more shards. We'll pop this open. Ooh, gambling. This could be very good. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Okay, I could see that being good. Cadaver Explosion is good if we want to blow up our summons. Not necessarily completely good, but it's nice. Oh, perfect. 1% chance to instantly kill a non-boss unit. We'll roll again. Okay, honing. Homing. That would actually work well with the Skull of Cthulhu. We don't necessarily need it for the butterflies, because the butterflies hone in already. We don't necessarily need it for the Pauper Autonomous Grimoire, and the Evil Slayer Sword, well, it's self-explanatory. It stays near us. And we get a chest. With a bunch of that and coins. We'll do it one more time. This does put us a slight in the red, but we get the 4th tier of Treant's Shoulder Guard, which gives us 12 shields upon entering a door. This is going to be good for us. Oh god. The bubble. Yeah, I was right to do the butterfly shit. There we go. Okay. There we go. Grab this. We get another automatic navigate. We could either get... I'll get a pop. Why not? That could be handy. And I guess we got this. Yeah, I can tolerate enemy movement boost. Reduces current HP to 1, converting the lost HP into max HP. That will be grand once we get some healing in. I guess for now, we'll just get some coins. Took some damage there, but we'll be fine. There we go. Okay, I think we should be good. Okay. Let's see. I guess we'll go for more HP. The more HP we have, the better. Or at least the more max HP, I should say, the better. There we go. Grab that. We'll reduce our HP by... well, reduce it by 10 to get rid of the curse. We'll get another relic here. Alright, as long as we stay still, they'll summon more butterflies. And because of the area of effect that we got, we actually don't need to worry about the missiles that they're firing. We just gotta be careful of certain area of effects, really. Okay. Well, obviously we go for tree and shoulder guards, so that we get even more shield. So we're just slowly stacking on shield upon shield upon shield to keep our survivability up, which will stack up significantly as time goes on. Grab the HP. And let's see, we got applies a discount to all purchasable items. This will be good in the when we get to the final area, I do believe, so we'll make it worth our while. For now, though, we should be good. There we go. What do we got? Demon Mask, Casket Souls, Electrified Crown, or Ranger's Boots. I don't mind being slowed down. Casket of Souls would deal more damage, which would be cool if we kill a bunch of enemies, but long term this is not going to sustain, so we're going to go with Demon Mask. The crit will help us a lot more, I feel. We'll go in here. Ah, it's this puzzle stuff. We'll disconnect this. Connect this. Do this. And this. There we go. We get a +2 Arcane Explosion, which we'll probably recycle into either a... I haven't been using this. We're gonna swap to that, and we'll see about getting either a... I guess a Pop++ would probably be the ideal outcome there. Or ++ Butterfly? One of the two. And you know what? Let's do it now. We've got the area to do it. Alrighty. Well, we managed to luck out on the condensed water bubble, but we got a plus version of that, so we don't need it. A ++ Indomitability would actually be pretty good, actually, so we'll swap to that. And then we can swap the Indomitability here for something better. A double multi-shot actually could go really hard. Let's stack the Tranquil Bloom in favor of this. This will give us even more to work with. Oh god. There we go. A plus automatic navigate. We'll do that. That's going to get us the automatic navigate on the Skull of Cthulhu, which will go ridiculously hard. Range Boost Plus goes really good. Tranquil Bloom Plus is nice. But we're going to go for that so we get the plus plus. And we're probably going to go for the plus plus on the Resonance Rune here. So that way we get this. Swap over to the Range Boost Plus here. Now we just need to get a Resonance Rune here. Which it doesn't seem like we're going to get lucky enough to get. So unfortunately, this will not be able to summon our boy, but that's fine. We'll live with that. Alright. So we're just going to summon one of our boys here. This is going to give us the Skull of Cthulhu here. And with this whole combination, we should be fine. So I guess for now, we'll just go with Tranquil Bloom to recover. Well, try to recover the amount of mana here, but we're probably not going to get that even. Alright. I guess our build is as best as it's going to be. We'll summon a ridiculous amount of pops from this. So yeah, let's do it. Okay, Butterfly's going ham. Okay, and there we go. Got it. Took a bit, but we managed to do it in the end. We'll grab everything here. There we go. And what do we got here? Kaleidoscope. We'll lose out on the crit rate, but our final damage will be ridiculously powerful. And we'll get the casting to have a chance to inflict advanced freeze, poison, slow, shock, collapse, or burn. If we use that, that is. I think for the occasion it's not going to be good for our main wand, but we should definitely use it on our sub-wand. Well, we should use it on this one, I think. There's also the option of the Shard of Time, which gives us some insane regen on all of our wands. But I'm going to go with the Kaleidoscope here, and I'm going to go put that on the second wand, specifically. This is going to give us some insane boosts here. Put that there. This here. We don't want the area of effect to increase. We just want the that to go ridiculously hard. Now for what we choose here at this point, we're going to want the Prospector Vest, the Soulbone Mantle. This is going to give us the Soulbone set, and that's going to give us it converts 20% of our temporary shields into regular shields upon entering a room. This will just increase our survivability rates. And I suppose we could get the flight. We'd have to replace our Witch Broom, though. Which I think is in our best interest, so I'm actually going to grab that. So, next room we go into, it's actually going to be better for us. As for this, we can't really... We'll just have to leave it as is, so... There you go. Off to the Ancient Throne we go. I don't think this build is going to succeed, but it is certainly close to what we're looking for. As for where we're going to go into the shop here. This is going to make our life a little easier. As for what we go with from here, I guess we'll see. Guy's Blessing. When standing still, MP regen is 180%. Oh god. We're doing something right, at least. The Kaleidoscope is really pulling its weight, though. Let's see. Okay, let's throw down a discount on everything. We can get more curses to get some relics. Let's do that. We get a relic that increases crit, which is kind of counterintuitive to what we wanted. We'll do this. We can increase our MP. Deducts 30% of current HP. Let's reduce our HP to 1 here. This is just going to increase our max HP, which is good. And we can actually get 50 HP here. We're going to try and increase our max MP. We failed, but that's fine. Oh. Let's see what random chest we get. We can open that immediately without issue. Locksmith. This will help if we get the relic that gives us damage per key. Petrification Potion will help us in the long run because we spam butterflies and that's just going to do damage. That's good. Let's see. Do we want to deduct HP for it? Yeah, we should need to. We're going to re-roll that. Let's see. Standardization. I think we're going to actually go for this. This is going to make our wand here really ridiculous, which is going to save our hide to some extent. It's going to make our summons to do some ridiculous things, which is good. Okay, now if we deduct our current HP, and get some serious ridiculous stuff, I'm gonna grab the Dragon Breath here. Let's grab the boost to shields and HP. We actually want the Duet here. This is gonna be slightly better than the other. So it casts a spell on the right at the completion of the spell on the left. So assuming this does work as I'm thinking it does, yeah. That's going to do even more ridiculous stuff, rather than rely on the mana of that one. And the last thing here, well, we can't really do much with it, so there's no point in buying it. But what we can do is use the sacrificial potion to heal ourselves. Or at least get the some of our coins back for the compensation there. But I digress. Tailwing we go. Okay, so our build is looking a little bit better now. At least I think it is, anyways. Oh. I did not move nearly far enough. I keep forgetting that I'm pretty slow, given our build. There we go. Butterflies really putting their work in. Okay. Oh god, okay, yeah, no, the curses are trying to play against me. But, thankfully, we're just built different. Alright, we can use this to heal, but before we do... Alright, we can get Healing Belts, Ember Hearts, Prospector Glove, or Fortune Hearing. At this point, I think Ember Heart is more realistic than getting Prospector Glove, because we're going to be facing elites, and most of them aren't going to be in a large series of groups, so we're going to prioritize that. And with the Ember Heart, we're dealing damage in an area, which is the same as our bubble that we're doing, so no reason to change it up, really. Okay. Ow. Okay. Alright, he's getting really angry now. Oh god. Ow. Okay, I might not survive this as predicted, but we'll try our best to. Ow. Ow. Okay. I really gotta survive here. At least get the 50 HP. Ah, damn. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate, but not too surprising. The run wasn't really strong enough, I would wager. Close, but no cigar. It's all good, though. It's all good. Hero, forest creatures are acting unusually hostile due to the influence of the ancient god. Please be extra cautious. These monsters look so bizarre. Kinda reminds me of SCP stuff. By the way, what year is it now? The year? It's 1054 in the 8th era. Why do you ask, Hero? I'm a bit confused. I don't see anything particularly special about you, except for those strange clothes. Maybe I'm just incredibly handsome. Idiot. Sure. You know what I learned from Lion, Hero? I can now use the Ichor to empower my set. If you ever need anything, just come find me. So yeah, we can upgrade our sets if we so desire. But alas, we want to prioritize upgrading research. This will just help us in the long run, personally. At least that's how I see it, anyways. I think for our sake, we should probably turn this on. This is going to at least keep things safe. We could go for the Carrion Eater as well as the Recycler. Let's do Carrion Eater, Recycler, and Secret Pathway to upgrade that, at the very least. That's going to leave us with one of these, but that's fine. This does mean that we can't upgrade this, but we do want to prioritize upgrading the HP anyways, so probably ideal that we get that done. There we go. Just upgrade the amount of max HP we get is going to save our hides quite a bit. But we've got the Dash set and the Melee set. We've also got the Reaper set, which is interesting. Consume 200 potions total. That'll be something we get eventually. Kill any boss with the Sword of Judgment, which we won't be able to get anytime soon. We're going to do the Dash set this time. The Dash set just does this. Now, there is some interesting builds you can do with the Lightning Dash, but whether we use them or not, I'm not sure. Okay, we can either go with the Relic Pack, which will increase the amount of spell options we get, or we go with the Inspiration Pack, which will unlock Reflection, Sword of Judgment, and Arcane Barrier. We're going to go with this, because the Arcane Barrier is a ridiculously powerful tool that will help us survive. So, before we actually go, let me just end the recording, and then we will go for our second and last run for the day. See you guys in a bit.